don't ignore his last name. He comes through 11 points and 4 rebounds as the tip is up, and IUN comes away with the basketball. Danny Smith whips the ball over to Caleb Jenkins. Caleb Jenkins' three is up and in. He continues the electric three-point scoring in his last outing, and he comes through with a big three-pointer to start the game off for IUN. And so now they're looking to start this one off real hot here, as you're going to see Merrick just move the ball over to Nunnally over to Merrick as well. Merrick trying to find his spot, his footing down low. He can't get the hook shot to fall, and that will be IUN's basketball. Danny Smith bringing the ball up the court for Indiana University Northwest. The mid-range shot is up and in. Too easy for Danny Smith. You're going to give him that shot. He's going to take it all the way through. Delshawn Sims passed the ball over to Itor. Itor whipping the ball over to Merrick Small. Merrick Small has a lot of work to deal with Caleb Jenkins, an impressive defender as well for IUN. Ball down low, layup is up, doesn't go in for Itor. He gets the rebound, can't go up with it, but he will go to the line for 2. As I mentioned, he's going to be a name that we're going to be talking about a whole lot in this game. Came in clutch in their last outing, as I mentioned, against ONU. As well as Merrick Small, Geoffrey Nunnally as well. Ramel Davis, too, capped off a fast break layup, too. Everybody, their starters, I should say, were hitting on all cylinders as Itor misses the first free throw. Itor Anabatarte is going to be absolutely everywhere in this game. Down low, in the post, fast break. You're going to see him do absolutely everything in this game. Got to get used to hearing this man's name, even though I might struggle to pronounce it from time to time. That second free throw was off, and LaDarian Barnes takes the ball. He just sprints to the basket. The ball gets stripped. Nice defense from Delshawn Sims. He gets absolutely beat off the cut, but great defense to recover. We seen that a whole lot a couple weeks ago from Indiana University Northwest, just blowing by their defenders in that IU Kokomo matchup that they had a week or two ago. And now Danny Smith has the ball at the corner. At the wing, excuse me. The three-point shot is up. He can't get that one to fall. And now it looks like St. Francis will be doing something with this basketball. Merrick Small has the ball at top of the key. That cut doesn't work for Delshawn Sims. He has to bring the ball over to Ramel Davis. Ramel Davis over to Itor. Itor looking for some help. Passes the ball over to Merrick Small. 10 seconds left to go in the shot clock. Great defense from Trace Williams. Itor loses the ball. Great play from Geoffrey Nunnally and LaDarian Barnes. Like both players are going for it. LaDarian Barnes gets bumped a little bit. Can't seem to wound up with it. It stays St. Francis basketball. So now here we go. Ramel whips over to Delshawn. 4 seconds left. Delshawn needs to make a decision. He goes up for the layup. The layup is up. He can't get that one to fall. Trace Williams comes down with it. And now here we are, trying to find a way here. Trace Williams, nice spin move. His layup is up and in. That's just too smooth. Too good for Trace Williams, a man who's just been on a mission since this season started. And here goes Itor, trying to find some help. Pass the ball over to Sims. Sims brings the ball down low to Ramel Davis. Ramel Davis being guarded by Danny Smith. Danny Smith moves out the way. Ramel Davis goes up for the layup. It's in. Just great post moves from Ramel Davis. Also solid defense from Danny Smith. Not a whole lot you could do there without fouling. So now, of course, Trace Williams puts the ball over to Jenkins, over to Smith. Barnes wanted that ball over the top in the post. Can't seem to get it. And now a nice pass from Taylor to Williams. And now we get a blocking call. That is going to go on Geoffrey Nunnally. You have Trace Williams inbound in the ball here. Trace Williams has been absolutely electric. There's another name that we're going to continue to talk about in this game. But in terms of their starters, they hit on all cylinders just as well as the St. Francis starters do as well, as we just mentioned in their last matchup against ONU. Here goes Caleb Jenkins with the cut. The layup is up and in. There's a nice pick and roll action there from Caleb Jenkins. Gets the job done. I mean, that's textbook basketball there. So now Itor whips the ball over to Sims. Sims looking for some help. Itor was double teamed down low. Now it's just Danny Smith backing up. Danny Smith, he gets the shot to go up, and that one falls for Itor. He even shows the ref, look, he got hit in the hand there. No call there. However, 9-4 is your score. IUN has the lead. The layup is up and in. Really, really tough layup from Trace Williams. 2 defenders in his face. He's still able to get that layup to fall. That's tough. Just a slasher of a basketball player is Trace Williams. He's going to get that basketball every time he's going to every time he has his sights on the rim. A nice hook shot from Merrick Small. Gets the nice pass down low. All he has to do is put the ball up. He has the height advantage. Merrick Small does, sitting at 6'10". Trace Williams at the logo. Looking to push more offense on for IUN. The three-point shot is up for LaDainian Barnes. He can't get that one to fall, but a nice tip-in from Trace Williams. He's letting it be known that he will not be stopped early on into this game. 13-6 is your score. IUN has the lead. 15:30 left to go in this first half. Ramel Davis trying to navigate the offense. You have Deshaun Sims looking for an open man. Geoffrey Nunnally trying to get to Ramel Davis. Ramel Davis, Danny Smith bumping down low. Looks like we're going to get a foul call on Danny Smith as well. Danny Smith talking to the ref, and that's something that you love to see. A lot of players just want a better understanding of what they've done wrong instead of an argument back and forth. Deshaun Sims is looking to pass the ball over the top to Ramel Davis, but he couldn't get it to go. So he just goes for the easy pass here. He still gets the ball at the top of the key. Brings the ball over to Merrick Small, who's guarded by Caleb Jenkins. Deshaun Sims going to go for 3, pass the ball over to Itor. Itor down low to Merrick Small. Merrick Small working down low on Caleb Jenkins, and the hook shot is up and in. Real smooth move. As I mentioned, the height advantage is there. He is going to take advantage of that always. Caleb Jenkins sitting at 6'6", Merrick Small at a 6'10". A nice snatch in the air for Trace Williams. He goes up strong, can't get the layup to fall. Caleb Jenkins for the 3, can't get that one to fall. LaDainian Barnes, he doesn't slam it in, but he's able to put it back in. Really, really smooth. Very, very aggressive is what you can describe this Indiana University Northwest offense. Whether it's a hand in their face, whether it's 5 guys in the paint, they're going to drive down low, and they're going to get their shot off. Merrick Small gets the shot to go up and in. Caleb Jenkins is just having a hard time guarding Merrick Small. And then we have a timeout as well. Then Caleb Jenkins gets called for the foul. When we come back, Merrick Small will be on the line to convert his and one. You're watching Red Hawk basketball. 15-10 is your score here on Jet TV. Merrick Small has been getting fed down low. As we mentioned, the height advantage that he has over Caleb Jenkins. If something doesn't change there, we could be in for a huge game with Merrick Small. We have Don Joe Kim entering the game as well as Sean Richardson for St. Francis. They'll be replacing Deshaun Sims and Ramel Davis. Merrick Small free throw is up. He can't get that one to fall. Caleb Williams gets the rebound, and Trace Williams is going to slowly bring this ball up and control the tempo here in this game for the Red Hawks. Barnes whips the ball over to Smith. Smith gives it over to Taylor. Taylor at the logo trying to get some help. Gives the ball over to Barnes. Barnes over to Taylor. Taylor, the 3 is up. Can't seem to get that one to fall. And now Richardson was looking to push the ball up. He slows the tempo down as well, as we've seen Trace Williams just do. And now Joe Kim whips the ball over to Itor. Itor to Richardson. Merrick Small hungry for that ball down low. Can't seem to get it right there on that possession. A nice cut there from Joe Kim. He doesn't get the ball. This nice ball movement here. Merrick Small looking to drive to the basket. Layup is up. Can't get that one to go. And Danny Smith is going to push the ball up for Indiana University Northwest. And a steal there from Joe Nunnally. But looks like that ball is going to go over to the St. Francis Fighting Saints. Great defense from St. Francis as well. And that's one thing you got to do. It's one thing we saw on the women's basketball side as well for St. Francis. Just applying insane pressure on the basketball. Not seeing a whole lot in that game for St. Francis. Obviously, that could change as the game plan changes in this game as well. Joe Kim Looks at the rim for the three-point shot, doesn't take it. Instead, passes over to Itor, who's guarded over by Anthony Taylor. A tip pass is up in the air, and Trace Williams comes down with it. It is IUN's basketball. Really solid defense from Indiana University Northwest. Trace Williams trying to drive to the basket, of course, doing what he does best. Anthony Taylor gets the ball over, whips the ball down low to Danny Smith. Post move doesn't fall. It's going to be so close. It's going to say Merritt Small was able to save the ball. However, it has been Fats. Ben Fats, also 230, 6'10", senior out of Only Central College in Germany. There's nothing but a whole lot of size on this St. Francis team. But on top of that, they're giving up a whole lot of speed, as we're seeing early on in this game. 15-10 is your score. IUN has the lead with 12:40 left to go in this first half. Danny Smith with the three. The three is up in the air. He can't get that one to go. And now Sean Richardson passes over to Joe Kim. Joe Kim with a nice little floater, and that one falls for him. Just too easy for him right there. He could have got a little closer to the basket. He saw there was pressure being applied. He just went up and got the ball out of his hands as quickly as he possibly could. A nice cut from Trace Williams, but his speed was the problem there. It seems like he just wasn't able to get a handle on the ball. It was a solid pass. It just looked like he was going 1,000 miles and running. He just couldn't get control of the basketball. And now we have Richardson trying to work some motion here. Nick Niego gets the ball in the corner. Niego's three is up, and it doesn't fall for him. And now everything's looking up and up for Indiana University Northwest. They try to bring some momentum back on their side. Layup is up. He can't seem to get that to fall. Really, really solid defense over there from Shear. So now Joe Kim looking to do something in the corner. Ladarian Barnes heavily guarding him, as you see with the tip pass there. And Ladarian Barnes gets the steal. Barnes is off and running. He gets the ball over to Danny Smith down low. Over to Jennings. Jennings driving to the basket. A nice fake. He tries to pass. It looks like St. Francis wants to travel. They don't get it. A nice three from Splunge. He doesn't get that one to fall, but instead it looks like we get a foul right here. Danny Smith really, really frustrated with a whole lot of just physical touching down low. He's fighting to get that rebound. He's fighting for the board. Hard to do that when there's three defenders there as well. Here we go here. Jalen Jenkins with a really nice cut to the basket and the easy layup. Super smooth. Not a whole lot to go about that one. That was just a really, really great inbounding play there for Indiana University Northwest. And now Richardson looking to provide some momentum here. Niego has the ball at the top of the key as he wants the ball over down low. Tries to shove that ball down low to Fats. He can't get that one to go. That ball falls out of bounds. It looks like that foul's going to go on Jalen Jennings. Everybody getting really handsy down low. Danny Smith getting a little frustrated. We're seeing Jalen Jennings get a little frustrated. But it's just a fight for the basketball. It's just in the play of the basketball game. Nothing malicious at all in that nature. A nice cut from Sean Richardson. And we get a nice block from Splunge. But it looks like Trace Williams will get called for the foul beforehand. And Sean Richardson will go to the line for two. Nice defensive effort from Marius Splunge. Unfortunately, Trace Williams was called for the foul call. Sean Richardson's first free throw is up. He can get that one to fall. 17-13 your score. 10:52 left to go in this first half. As the second free throw is up, and that one falls for Sean Richardson. And now, a man who we talked about a decent amount in this game, Trace Williams, was the ball over the Splunge, and it looks like we're going to get another foul call. Fast look like that's going to go on Don Joe Kim. I know Don Joe Kim living his best life, of course, playing beside his brother, Dakota Joe Kim. as well, who hasn't gotten to the game just yet. Jalen Jennings has the ball on the three-point arc. Pass the ball over to Danny Smith. The ball gets ripped from Joe Kim, and now Joe Kim and Sean Richardson on the fast break. Nice ball movement, and it looks like Joe Kim is the one to finish it. Just a nice back-and-forth ball movement there as the 2-on-1 fast break was turning into a 2-on-2, and Danny Smith fell for the pump fake, and Joe Kim was able to get that layup to go. Really, really solid play. And now Trace Williams looking to do something with the basketball on the offensive side. The shot was up. He can't get that one to fall, but he gets his own rebound. Danny Smith for three. He has all the time in the world. He can't get that one to fall. Looks like we're going to get a foul call down low. That's going to go on Sean Richardson. That'll be his first foul of the game. And now Danny Smith and Trace Williams will be exiting the game for Indiana University Northwest. Trey Steinhilber will be in the game as well. We also have Max Adebaker. Just electric three-point shooting for both sides as we get a timeout. Looking at Merrick Small down low and making sure he takes advantage of every mismatch opportunity as well. It's just been great all around for both parties. It's just a matter of who's going to come out on top at the end of this whole thing. Splunge whips the ball over to Adebaker. Adebaker brings the ball over to Jenkins, loses it a little bit, able to come back over it again. Steinhilber gets the wide open three. Shot is up. Can't get that one to fall. Fast was able to get a hand out there. Great defense there. Richardson looking to pick up the pace here. Pass the ball down low to Fats. Fats had the mismatch, but a wide open three from Joe Kim, and that one's up and in. Too easy. He's going to take that all day, every day. And IUN loses the lead here, 19-17. They trail with just a little under 9:30 left to go in this game. And now Anthony Taylor is looking to do something with the basketball. Looks like we have some problems down low. Max Adebaker and Sheer Murati fighting for position here. And it looks like Trey Steinhilber will be inbounding the ball for Indiana University Northwest. He whips the ball over to Caleb Jenkins, as we mentioned. Got off to an electric start early on into this game. Pass the ball over to Taylor. Taylor to Adebaker to Steinhilber. Steinhilber heavily guarded against Delshawn Sims. However, it doesn't matter. He's still able to find a little bit of space to get that layup to go up and in. Solid defense, just better offense for IUN and Trey Steinhilber. So now, Niego trying to figure out what to do with the basketball. Gives it over to Davis. Davis whipping that ball back over to Small. Small, nice cut to the basket. Was open for a split second. Doesn't seem to get the ball. But however, Ramel Davis is able to do it himself, using the big body of his to push himself down low and to get that layup to go up and in. Now Demarius Splunge, who's still coming off that shoulder injury, has been looking better than ever. And you see he wanted a foul call there, and we get a traveling violation there. Everybody was freaking out. Everybody a little confused as well as to what happened there. However, it looks like Demarius Splunge and Caleb Jenkins got themselves a little confused there as well. And there'll be won't necessarily call it a costly turnover. Still a whole lot of game left to turn a simple mistake around. As Delshawn Sims tries to pass the ball down low to Ramel Davis. Great defense from Anthony Taylor. And that's one thing about IUN. They're going to do it on both sides. There's not going to be any easies for St. Mary's. And we haven't seen that many easy baskets from IUN either. As Delshawn Sims with a nice cut to get Trey Steinhilber on the ground. Delshawn Sims is going to have to take advantage of that speed advantage against Trey Steinhilber. He's going to have to cut to the basket a little bit more. The three is up for Splunge. He can't get that one to fall. The Sheer comes down with it. Delshawn Sims almost loses control of the basketball. He's still bringing the ball up. He gives it to Davis. Oh, a nice cut from Sheer, but Sheer doesn't get the basketball. Ramel Davis, looks like a little bit of miscommunication there. Diego was looking to whip that ball back over to Ramel Davis. Ramel Davis was looking to cut. He already had the play. He was already to get the play in motion. 23-19, your score, 7:37 left to go. Anthony Taylor and Demarius Splunge have left the game for Trace Williams and Danny Smith. And now Danny Smith trying to work some magic. Passes over to Barnes. Barnes to Jenkins to Trace. Now Trace against Small. The speed advantage is there. Barnes' three-point shot is up. He can't get that one to fall. Solid work from Caleb Jenkins to smack that ball out of Aitor's hands. Barnes with the layup. That was up and in. Solid move and progressions from Trace Williams. He gets the rebound, and he wanted to rush that shot, but he wanted to figure out what he could do with it, at least on a positive note. And the first person he saw was Barnes, who was making the cut. This is a no-brainer there. IUN still trailing by 2. Ramel Davis, nice cut, but still gets the ball down low. He goes up for the layup. He can't get that one to fall, but Barnes gets called for the foul. He's going back and forth with the ref. No argument. He has a smile on his face, but it's got to be irritating to think that you had a great defensive possession there, and unfortunately it leads to Ramel Davis shooting 2 at the free throw line. We talked about Ramel Davis earlier. 13 points per game, 4 rebounds. Just absolutely stellar for St. Francis. And that's from three-point range, mid-range, down low in the post. That's one thing we need definitely have to look for. Outside of Joseph Nunnally and Delshawn Sims, everybody else from Merrick Small, from Aitor to Ramel Davis, everybody's going to take advantage of their size or height advantage. And that's the first place they're going to go to is the post. That's what we've been seeing early on here. It's something to take a look for as well, and how IUN are going to adjust later on in this game. Danny Smith has the ball at the top of the key, whips the ball over to Trace Williams, excuse me. Trace Williams puts the ball down to Caleb Jenkins. Caleb Jenkins using the big body to bang down low, and he gets that layup to go up and in. Really, really tough finish, especially after on the flip side, seeing Merrick Small hit those exact same moves on Caleb Jenkins. He's showing he has some post games too. And now Delshawn Sims puts the ball over to Aitor. Aitor down low to Merrick Small. He can't get that pass to go, but it looks like it's a foul call. That call is going to go on Max Adebaker. I know that's got to be irritating, especially seeing that St. Francis is in the bonus right now, 25-23 your score. Merrick Small's first free throw is up and in. Merrick Small, of course, the third go-to guy on the team, the third option, 11 points per game, 7 rebounds. But those rebounds can be night or day depending on his matchup. If you box him out really well, if you have 2 bodies on him, he's definitely not going to have a huge rebounding game. If you don't pay that much attention to him, if you let him have his way in the game, he's going to eat up at the boards all day long, and there's nothing you can really do until you make adjustments. Caleb Jenkins leaves the game for Jalen Jennings as that free throw is missed, and Barnes brings the ball up for Indiana University Northwest. Trace Williams with a nice pick and roll. The layup is up. He can't get that one to fall. And that looked beautiful from over here as well. He's telling the referee that his hand got hit. Gotta love the communication from both parties. Danny Smith gets the inbound. He goes up for the layup. That one's in, but of course the foul is called on the floor. We'll have another inbound play. Danny Smith sitting at 17 points per game, 9 rebounds. Trace Williams, 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. He is absolutely everywhere. And of course we have another foul call here. Aitor just completely tramples Max Adebaker. And Coach Ryan Marks is not happy at all. He is fuming now that we see that Max Adebaker is going to the line. Both teams in the bonus. It's been fouls galore in the beginning of this game. Nobody in crazy foul trouble. Don Joe Kim has 2 in this first half. as the first free throw goes up. Caleb Jenkins has 2 in this first half as well. Outside of that, it's been a solid game of basketball so far. Ooh, almost a lane violation there. Great balance there from Barnes and Fats right there. And now we have Delshawn Sims bringing the ball up. Ramel Davis has the ball at the corner. He's thinking about taking that 3. He doesn't. He's going to whip that ball over to Delshawn Sims. Almost travels, but doesn't. Just solid ball movement from St. Francis as Ramel Davis just always ends up with the ball in his hands at some point in time as he's going to reset the play. Goes in for the layup, doesn't get it. He goes to the line for 2. Just tough, grit and grimy basketball from Ramel Davis. Danny Smith gets his second foul in this first half. And now the fouls are going to be picking up from both parties. Ramel Davis, 6 points in this game so far in the first 15 minutes that we've played, as the first free throw doesn't fall for him. Don Joe Kim has been electric in the beginning of this game. 7 points, 3 for 3 from the field. And, of course, we can't forget about Merrick Small, who's pretty much doing it all down low. Ramel Davis' second free throw attempt falls, makes it a 27-25 game with 5:30 left to go in this first half. Now it's just a matter of seeing what Trace Williams and the guys are going to do now as Danny Smith has the ball at the logo. Moves the ball over to Barnes. Barnes being heavily guarded by Delshawn Sims. Jalen Jennings takes the 3-point shot. That one's up and in. Hey. Hand down, man down. There's nothing you could do there. Ben Fatts got the hand up a little too late. Jalen Jennings is always going to take advantage of the wide open opportunities. And now here we go. Delshawn Sims waiting for the play to develop. Nice denied basketball from Max Adebaker to avoid that ball getting in the hands of the perimeter. It's just great. Look at this. White on Rice from Max Adebaker. Really, really solid defense. Putting in the work against Joe Nunley. And a nice shot there from Ramel Davis. Can't get that one to go. Great defense there from Indiana University Northwest. Beside me is we have Joshua Beaudry, making sure everything looks and sounds absolutely amazing here as we're going forward looking at this game. Trace Williams brings the ball up for IUN. Whips the ball over to Danny Smith in mid-range. Pass the ball down low to Trace Williams. Just a 2-man game here. Just a simple 2-man game. Nothing too crazy about it as Trace gets the easy layup to go. And now, just looking at it, Nunley trying to figure out what to do with this basketball in the corner 3. He's looking for some help. Gives the ball to Sims, who's at the logo. Sims hands the ball over to Small. Small back to Sims. Sims uses the screen from Small, but Joakim with a nice fake. He gets the mid-range shot. He can't get that one to fall, though. And a nice rebound from Shear, who goes up and gets that one up and in. Great hustle down low, especially when a body falls. When there's somebody on the ground, you got to take advantage of that. Ladarian Barnes slips up, hits the ground. You got to grab that basketball. Way to follow your shot. So now looking at it here, Anthony Taylor trying to get some separation, does it. Barnes drives to the basket. Great defense from Joe Kim, and the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll still be IUN's basketball. Joe Kim just gets right in front of him and denies basketball, just gets right into his grill. That's one thing you have to do with guys like Trace Williams, Anthony Taylor. You have to just get right in front of their lane. You can't let them get past you at all because a little bit of space, a little bit of separation goes a long way for them. And we get a turnover here. And now Delshawn Sims drives to the basket. Looks like he bobbles the basketball a little bit. So they have to reset. Merrick Small is going up against Jalen Jennings. Doesn't have the size advantage, but still gets the layup to go. That one falls, and he will go to the line for one more. This is definitely going to be Merrick Small's game. He has the size advantage against Caleb Jenkins. However, Jalen Jennings, a little bit taller, of course, but Merrick Small says it's no problem at all, still gets the layup to fall. As the free throw is up and in for him as well. Merrick Small going up against Jalen Jennings is a 6'10", 6'6" deficit. Going up against Jalen Jennings is just 6'10", 6'9". at that point. That's pretty much possibly the best matchup you can ask for going up against Merrick Small to make sure he doesn't have a huge game as he's having right now, sitting pretty at 10 points, 4 for 6 shooter. And Trace Williams has his back up against to the rim. Nice pass over to Danny Smith down low, tries to bring the ball up. He gets called for traveling. And that's just unfortunate. And you can see Demarius Splunge just clapping his hands, just waiting for the ball at the corner three. Unfortunately, it doesn't go his way. But you could also expect a foul there down low from Danny Smith, too. Unfortunately, doesn't get that either. A great look from Joe Kim, always going to be cutting to the basket. He's having a really solid game today. Merrick Small fakes the three, pass the ball down low to Joe Kim. Joe Kim fakes the pass, a nice fader. He can't get that one to fall. And Trace Williams is off to the races. He gets past he gets past Sims, and he loses the ball. I thought he was going to get a call there. However, he still was able to get the layup to fall. That was a great defense from Sims to try to get in front of Trace Williams. Trace Williams loses the ball. Unfortunately, he's still able to get the layup to fall. And now Nunnally is just looking for a little bit of help. Great steal from Trace Williams. And, oh, man, a really, really solid play from Delshawn Sims. Is able to take the ball away and bounce that right off of Danny Smith's legs. A play that we saw in the women's game as well. That's just basketball 101 right there. Danny Smith, there's nothing you could do there at that point. Unless you have quick reflexes to catch that thing, don't think you were going to be able to come away with that basketball, unfortunately. Now, looking at it, we have Shear inbounding the ball here for St. Francis. Shear was the ball over to Itor. Itor to Richardson. And that ball is blocked by Anthony Taylor. And now IUN is off to the races. To Ladarian Barnes. Barnes to Smith. Smith to Williams. And now we slow the ball down. We slow the tempo down. A fast break turns into IUN just trying to figure out what they're going to do on offense. Trace Williams loses the ball. He gets the ball and is asking for a timeout. The referee looks like he's talking it over with Trace Williams. And it looks like they will get the foul call. A lot of people really up frustrated with that. Could have been twice. Trace Williams could have been called for a traveling violation. And welcome back to the Savannah Center as we're watching Red Hawk basketball. As it's tied 32-32 against St. Francis fighting Saints with 1:36 left to go in this first half. This first half absolutely flying, even with all the foul calls in this first half. It's been really, really electric. And now we have Anthony Taylor inbounding the ball, passes it over to Danny Smith, who's at the logo. And it looks like we're going to get an offensive foul there. Oh, excuse me, we're going to get a defensive foul. That's going to go on Itor. Looks like you get some forearm action there. At first I thought that was going to go on Danny Smith, who looked like he pushed off a little bit. I'm not snitching on him. Itor Anabartarte heads back to the bench. It's been really, really silent as their leading scorer for the season. However, only has 2 points in this game, 2 fouls as well. He could be looking at getting into some intense foul trouble depending on how the beginning of the second half fares for him and for St. Francis as well. Danny Smith's free throw is up, and that one falls for him. He will get one more. Although both teams are in the bonus, as I mentioned before, this first half has just absolutely flown by. It's been hard-hitting action. Both teams have been on their P's and Q's, been understanding the scouting report, trying to figure out what they need to do to be successful in this game. It's just a matter of what team is going to pull through here. And right now, Sean Richardson has the ball after the missed layup from Danny Smith. 33-32 is your score with 1:20 left to go in this first half. And now Davis has the ball down low. Richardson, wide open three. That one doesn't fall. Danny Smith comes away with the board after that 2-on-1 effort. Really, really great. So now Anthony Taylor, full head of steam, goes up for the layup. Can't get that one to fall. He tries to bang it off the backboard, and he still comes away with the rebound. Really great effort. And now he's driving to the basket again, trying to get another shot off. He can't get that up and under and want to fall. But Trace Williams gets the board. He can't get that layup to fall either. That rebound's going to go out of bounds. It'll still be IUN's basketball. Solid defense from St. Francis, but you have to get that rebound. The last thing you want is second chance points, especially in a close game like this. Even though it's the first half, you still want to walk away with some momentum going into this second half. Trace Williams looking to find an open teammate. He finds Anthony Taylor. Taylor to Barnes. Barnes drives. He whips it over to Taylor. Taylor's three is up. Can't get that one to fall. Small comes down with it. And now Shear and Trace Williams, Anthony Taylor, we're going 1v1. Anthony Taylor rips the ball out of his hands, and it looks like it'll stay St. Francis basketball. It looked like Shear was losing the basketball as he was going up for that layup. Oh, nice move. Quick and easy inbound play. That's what happens when your defender is asleep. 34-33 is your score. 30 seconds left to go in this first half. Barnes whips the ball over to Adebaker. Adebaker to Splunge. Splunge guarded by Small. And nice block from Shear. Splunge. Nothing you could do there at all. Now, Richardson is looking to do something. Trace Williams thought he had the steal from behind the back. He gets called for the foul, and it looks like Sean Richardson will go to the line. I don't know if that's a risk you want to take if you're Trace Williams. St. Francis is in the bonus. The time was winding down. The best thing you do is just play some great defense there and shut them out. However, it is a great chance as the first free throw goes down. It is a great chance IUN can come away with the basketball and they can get the last shot for this quarter. And that can be the momentum that they need to go into the second half, depending on what they do with this possession. That shot is missed, the second free throw. 35-33 is your score. 10 seconds left to go. Splunge has the ball. He was the ball over to Barnes. Barnes with a long three. That one doesn't fall. And the ball is rolling out of bounds. It looks like that's going to go to St. Francis. I thought Max Adebaker was going to come down with that rebound. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And with 1 second left, St. Francis is they got to do something here. Possibly won't even take a shot here. Richardson does. He launches it, and that one doesn't go. Trace Williams for Indiana Northwest, 5 for 9 from the field, 6 rebounds, and 10 points for him as well. Those are the leading scores in today's game. The guys have been making the most motion here as St. Francis will start the second half off with possession. Sims was the ball over to Nunnally. Nunnally gives the ball over to Itor, who's been dead silent today in this game. The ball gets smacked out of bounds, and he won't go to the line at all. He looks like he wanted to. Looks like that's where he was heading to. Itor been a little frustrated throughout today's game. Hasn't been able to find a rhythm in this game at all. Only has 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 for 3 from the field. Delshawn Sims has to throw the ball over the top to Merrick Small. Nunnally's 3 is up. That one doesn't drop for him. So now here goes Smith. Smith over to Williams. Williams goes up. He can't get the dunk to fall, but it just falls right in for him. I thought that was going to be a nice slam. The ball just bounces off the rim a couple times. He gets the layup to go up and in. Doesn't matter how it's done as long as the ball gets into the basket. And now Anthony Taylor almost intercepts that basketball, but still shows some solid defense as he denies Nunnally the ball. Itor was trying to look for a cut from Ramal Davis. He doesn't get it. Itor trying to fight down low. Layup is up, and that one drops for him. We're going to start seeing Itor a little bit more here in this game. As we mentioned, cold in that first half. We should be expecting to see a whole lot of noise from him as well. Trace Williams drives to the basket. He can't get that one to fall. He wants a foul call. He can't seem to get it, but he rushes back on defense against Nunnally. Nunnally whips over to Sims. Sims 3 is up. He can't get that one to fall. Merrick comes down with the rebound, though, and the second chance points is alive and well for St. Francis. The hook shot is up and in for Merrick Small, and he continues his impressive outing in today's game. And we talked about that before. He has the size advantage against Caleb Jenkins. He has the size advantage against Jalen Jennings. It's just 2 inches, but at the end of the day, he's shooting right over these guys, and he's converting and one opportunities as well. Trace Williams moves the ball over to Taylor. Taylor to Smith. Smith was looking for Caleb Jenkins. Jenkins wasn't in the right spot at the time being for Danny Smith to pass him the ball, but we get a nice 3-point shot from Trace Williams. Trace Williams showing that he's not only just going to drive to the basket on you, he also has a shot that you have to come out there and defend. And now Delshawn Sims is waiting on that cut from Nunnally. Nunnally gets met by Barnes. And now Itor taking on Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor getting back down low. And now Itor, whole lot of pressure getting put on him. And a nice block from Anthony Taylor and a nice steal and rip up as well from Ladarian Barnes. Itor tries to save the basketball. It just falls right into the hands of Ladarian Barnes. Shot clock winds down. And here goes Barnes inbounding the ball for Indiana University Northwest. One thing that we have seen a whole lot in this game is Ryan Marks, head coach of St. Francis, and he has just been fuming throughout this game, whether that's traveling violations, all the foul calls that we saw. We've been hearing his voice a whole lot. Trace Williams drives to the basket. He gets smacked up. He will go to the line for 2, it looks like. And St. Francis has a huge problem with that. And excuse me, Trace Williams will not go to the line as he wasn't going up for a shot there. He will inbound the ball. Ryan Marks just had enough of that play call, call right there, as Trace Williams just couldn't get that pass over to Caleb Jenkins. That ball goes out of bounds even after Caleb Jenkins tries to save it. And here goes Delshawn Sims. It's looking to drive some motion into this offense here. Sims wants to whip the ball down low to Davis. Davis taking on Danny Smith down low in the post. Here goes. Spin move. That ball's up and in. He has the size advantage, and he's going to take it always. And we talked about that with Ramel Davis. He has a great amount of size to him. He's going to use his body to bang on you down low, and he's going to get to the basket with ease if you let him. Here goes Anthony Taylor. Nice pick and roll. Caleb Jenkins with a nice move. They explode to the basket to get that shot off. 40-41 is your score. IUN still trailing. 16:30 left to go in the second half. Here goes Davis. Davis looking for some help. He gives the ball over to Itor. Itor bangs down low with Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor was able to block the ball, able to get a hand on it. The ball still rolls off the rim. And a rebound is from St. Francis, and Nunnally is able to get that second chance 3-point possession to fall. Here goes Trace Williams. His layup is up and in. He just flies up the court. If you're not paying attention, Trace Williams is going to take advantage of that all the way through. And you've seen it right there. 44-42 your score. Delshawn Sims gives the ball over to Davis. Davis to Sims, over to Nunnally at the top of the key. Nunnally gives it to Small at the free throw line. Small gets that shot up and in. Definitely was expected a foul call there. Not a whole lot Caleb Jenkins could do. He literally has a hand in this man's face, and Merrick Small just shooting right over him. Oh, some nice finesse moves from Trace Williams. He passes over to Danny Smith for the easy 3-point shot. 45-46 your score. 15 minutes left to go here in this second half. 1-point lead for St. Francis. And you see Nunnally hesitant to give that ball over to Merrick Small, as you see a whole lot of IUN defenders down low in the paint ready for that pass to be thrown. And now we have Davis trying to drive to the basket, of course. Now he's going to have Anthony Taylor down low in the post. He's going to work his magic, and that shot is up and in. If he sees Anthony Taylor, if he sees Caleb Jenkins, if he sees Ladarian Barnes, Danny Smith even, Ramel Davis is going to take you to the rim. A nice rip-up from Delshawn Sims. He's taking it 2-on-1. His layup is up. He gets blocked by Ladarian Barnes. A really solid effort on the defensive front. And you would think if he just went up with that, would he even get called for the foul? Or would we have the same situation we saw right there as he turned his body to the basket for Indiana University Northwest? Wow, everybody is hitting on all cylinders on the defensive front for IUN. For St. Francis, it looks like anything that Merrick Cole and Ramel Davis is doing, everything that they touch is turning to gold at this point. And they have been the driving forces of this game. Merrick Small with 14, Ramel Davis with 11 apiece. We have Ben Fatts passing the ball over to Davis. Davis drives. He gives it to Shear. Shear, the corner three. That one's up. He can't get that one to fall. And Barnes is going to bring the ball up. He passes the ball to Danny Smith. Danny Smith is trying to go all the way. He tries to pass the ball to Caleb Jenkins. Caleb Jenkins can't get the ball. Now it's a race to see who's going to get it. The ball goes out of bounds. Trace Williams tries to save it. And it looks like that's going to be St. Francis basketball. A solid pass from Danny Smith. It didn't look like Caleb Jenkins was ready for it, but it's collapsed. This is a whole lot of bodies down low. It's hard for Caleb Jenkins to be ready to prepare for that pass when there's a bunch of hands that's also flying in there as well. You have Shear passing the ball over to Sims. Sims trying to get that ball down low to Davis. And it looks like they're going to get a foul there from Danny Smith. Danny Smith is just trying to figure out how he's supposed to guard Ramel Davis, because every time it looks like it's going to be a 1v1 between the two, Danny Smith always seems to be the one that's committing the foul there. Danny Smith, 3 fouls for him in this game so far. Here we go. Joe Kim drives to the basket. Nice pass from Sims. Sims on the top of the key to Shear. Shear's layup is up. He can't get that one to fall. Danny Smith again gets called for the foul. And, of course, Shear will go to the line for 2. Danny Smith, you got to get him out of this game at this point in time if you're the head coach, because at this point, 4 fouls on you, 13 minutes left to go in this game. You can automatically assume Danny Smith has a target on his back, and that's with Ramel Davis or Merrick Small or anybody that has the ball in their hands. They see Danny Smith down low, they're going to take advantage of that. You see Danny Smith running on a fast break, you're going to take, or you see Danny Smith as you're coming up with the basketball on the fast break, you're going to take advantage of that. Anything that's going to get Danny Smith out of this game, because he is a huge piece for this IUN basketball team. 2 for 6 in this game so far, 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, as that second free throw doesn't connect. 48-45 is your score. And now Barnes passing the ball over to Trace Williams. And Trace Williams, of course, looking to work his magic. His turnaround J is up, can't get that one to fall. A whole lot of defensive presence there. Not a whole lot Trace Williams can do. Trace Williams will be inbounding the ball for Indiana University Northwest as the ball went out of bounds. And just seeing right here, Jalen Jennings looking to get in this game for Caleb Jenkins. There is no Merrick Small here on the floor. On the floor for St. Francis, you have Sean Richardson, Nick Diego, Don Joachim, Ben Fatts, and Shear as well. And for IUN, you have Anthony Taylor, Trace Williams, Ladarian Barnes, Caleb Jenkins, and Jalen Jennings as well. Caleb Jenkins switched out for Max Adebaker, who was also just step foot. We got an air ball from Jalen Jennings, as Sean Richardson is looking to bring the ball up and speed up the tempo here. Ladarian Barnes tips the ball out of bounds. That will be St. Francis basketball. And you got to give IUN credit. The defense is still there. No matter who's on the floor, they're going to work twice as hard on the defensive side of the ball. As you see right there, the nice effort from Trace Williams. Oh, Shear almost loses that pass to Ben Fatts. But, however, Shear almost tips the ball in as well with the missed 3. He can't get that one to fall. Trace Williams off to the races. He goes up for the layup. That one is up and in. He wants a foul. He doesn't get it. 48-47 is your score. 12:50 left to go in this second half. Trace Williams doing a great job here in this game. Sitting at 19 points so far. Ben Fatts has the ball. Nice communication, nice pass. Joe Kim gets the easy layup after the backdoor cut. And that's what I'm talking about with the communication. IUN, there's always going to be somebody sneaking up on you, trying to steal the ball from behind. As soon as you saw Max Adebaker come from behind Everybody from St. Francis had something to say. Gave a warning to Ben Fatts as the ball gets turned over for St. Francis off the fast break. And Ladarian Barnes is bringing the ball up. Barnes walks into a three-point shot. That one doesn't go in. That's a tough three-point shot to take there. Shear has the ball. He's driving to the basket. He whips the ball over to Sean Richardson. A little sloppily, but Sean Richardson is still able to recover and get that ball. Nice cut from Joe Kim. He doesn't look to get him there. Ben Fatts has the ball at the top of the key. Passes it to Niego. Niego's three is up. He can't get that one to fall. And Barnes gets the rebound. Whips the ball over to Trace Williams. And Trace Williams will look to do something with the basketball here with this three-point deficit that IUN has themselves in now. Trace Williams finds Jalen Jennings, who also finds Barnes. Barnes gets the ball ripped from Ben Fatts, but is still able to recover. He drives to the basket. Oh, man, he just rips that ball off the left hand, off the backboard. Doesn't get it to fall. Nick Niego passed the ball to Richardson. Richardson's three is up. He can't. Oh, and he does get that one to fall. Looks like that was going to roll out the rim. Just falls right back in. And now IUN have a 6-point deficit that they have to come back from with just 10:50 left to go in this game here. And now Trace Williams tries to split through defenders. Sean Richardson gets called for the reach and foul. And honestly, that was just great defense. There's nothing negative with that play right there. You've seen Joe Kim and Sean Richardson step up, and also Shear as well come through to play some solid defense. You thought somebody was going to sneak up and steal the ball from Trace Williams. Unfortunately, Sean Richardson was called for the foul. 53-47 is your score. 10:46 left to go in this game. You're watching Red Hawk basketball here on Jet TV.
Have you ever considered becoming an iron worker? Local 395 is now accepting applications for their apprenticeship program. Go to ironworkers395.com. Look under the training section, click on apprenticeship, and scroll down to the application. You must be 18 years old, have a high school diploma or GED, and you must be physically able to perform the work of the trade. Find out more by calling the apprenticeship school in Lake Station at 219-962-7675 or visit ironworkers395.com.
IU NorthWest Bookstore for all your textbook, Red Hawk gear, tech, and school supply needs. McMahon and Associates, 50 years of excellence. Voted best accounting firm in Northwest Indiana by Northwest Indiana Business. Hammond Machine Works, quality, trust, performance. It's all built in. Marcus Allen Truck Rental, truck and van rental for every need since 1958. Lakeshore Bone and Joint, the official orthopedic doctors for Red Hawk Athletics. Eclipse Charter and Tours, the official transportation provider for Red Hawk Athletics. Perf Jones, graduation, yearbooks, jewelry, you are worth celebrating.
And welcome back to the Savannah Center here on Jet TV as you have Indiana University Northwest trailing the St. Francis Fighting Saints 53-47 with 10:46 left to go in this second half. And attentiveness has been the biggest thing for the defensive side on both parties. Both guys just trying to sneak some steals away, and yet they're getting turned into fouls. Danny Smith has been sitting on the bench for a little over 3 minutes after getting himself into some foul trouble. He has 4 right now in the game. Trace Williams drives to the basket, whips the ball over. Steinhilber whips the ball over to Taylor. Taylor tries to get that floater up, and he does. Up and in. 53-49 is your score. A really, really tough finish from Anthony Taylor on a couple hands in his face. No up and under. He just brings that ball right up top. And here he goes, Itor. We talked about Itor a couple times. Just been really, really silent in this game as we talked about him being the leading scorer. 4 points and 2 fouls for him in this game. And I think that is just a testament to the great defense being played from IUN as well. Every time he's down low, there's a quick double team. There's been some great blocks from Anthony Taylor, Demarius Splunge as well, and some great steals, as you can see from Trace Williams, intercepting the passing lanes and giving an opportunity to IUN. Now, Steinhilber passes over to Trace Williams. Trace Williams was going to step into a 3, doesn't take it. And now Anthony Taylor trying to figure out what to do with the ball at the corner 3. He gives it over to Steinhilber, who moves the ball over at the logo. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. He tries to drive to the paint. He goes up for the layup. That layup is up and in. Takes a couple bounces, but it's still able to fall in. 53-51 is your score. And just after being down 6 before the timeout, they're able to find a way back into this game. And here goes Joe Kim, who's had a really impressive game today. Itor goes up for the layup. He gets fouled. He doesn't get it to go. But that is something that he's wanted all game. There's been multiple times he's went up for a layup and just looked for the referee, just trying to figure out why there wasn't a foul called there at all. Now he's finally getting it to go, and he is looking to turn this momentum into his way. 53-51 is your score here. So on the forefront, I think on both parties are playing exceptionally solid basketball here. It's just a matter of who's going to come up on top and who's going to take advantage of the opportunities that aren't going to be adjusted to at this point in time. As you've seen right here, the mismatches, IUN still hasn't had an answer for that at all, as you've seen with Merrick Small, with even Itor coming into this game as well, as he is at the free throw line. His free throw is up, and that one is up and in. Itor, assuming, was going to have the size advantage against Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor has played amazing defense against Itor. Itor has wanted a couple fouls, as we mentioned, and this has been the first time in a minute that he's been to the free throw line, as he knocks down both of them. And now Trey Steinelber is going to be running the motions for IUN's offense. Steinelber working on Sean Richardson, passes the ball over to Williams. Williams has Nunnally in the post. He gets double teamed for a quick second. Passes the ball over to Taylor. Taylor to Jennings on the corner three. Whips the ball down low to Max Adebaker. Max Adebaker can't get a hand on it. The ball goes out of bounds. And that will be St. Francis basketball. And that's what we were just talking about here. Just the turnovers. What can you do in that situation? By trying to take advantage of the opportunities given to you. The opportunity that was given to you was a wide open three from Jalen Jennings, and also a really, really smooth layup that could have been for Max Adebaker. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case. And now Ramel Davis to Richardson. Richardson to Itor. Itor taking on Anthony Taylor, who has had his number in this game. Merrick Small can't get that layup to fall. Itor goes up for the layup. He can't get that one to go. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for one more. If he's not going to get it on the floor, he's going to get it at the free throw line for sure. And that's one way to get him going. Jalen Jennings, another man in foul trouble. He's sitting pretty at 4 fouls right here in this game. Trace Williams only has 2. And the only person even facing any sort of foul trouble for St. Francis is Joe Kim with 2 right now. Itor going for his second free throw as that one is up, and that one falls for him. 56-51 is your score. 8:26 left to go in this game here. Trey Steinelber is trying to see if he can work some magic here with this offense. Trace Williams over to Taylor. Taylor to Max Adebaker. And here it goes, just a slow-paced offensive setting here for IUN. The three-point shot is up. Trace Williams can get that one to fall. He saw he had some space. He wanted to take it. Unfortunately, it just doesn't drop for him. Sean Richardson over to Nunnally. Nunnally drives to the basket. Open mid-range shot. He can't get that one to go. Ooh, Merrick Small almost comes down with the rebound. Nice save there from Trace Williams. Adebaker beats everybody up the floor. He gets the easy layup to go. 56-53 is your score. And that's one thing IUN is always going to do. They're always going to beat you up the floor. And I can't even say when you least expect it. You should always expect it when playing this Indiana University Northwest team with guys like Trace Williams and Danny Smith. Merrick Small has the ball at the top of the key. Sean Richardson, all of them just looking at Ramel Davis, trying to give him the ball. Ramel Davis got a little frustrated. Merrick Small tries to get the layup. He can't get that one to go. Great defense from Jalen Jennings. And now Steinelber passes over to Max Adebaker. The three is up and in. This game is tied. 7:10 left to go in this second half. 56-56 with a nice clutch three-point basket from Max Adebaker. Sean Richardson bringing the ball up. Just some back and forth with Max Adebaker and Ramel Davis. Delshawn Sims comes in for Sean Richardson. Caleb Jenkins comes in for Jalen Jennings. And you can see Ramel Davis is getting insanely frustrated down low. He wants the ball. He knows he can take Max Adebaker. We haven't seen it as of yet, but you've seen the dominant force he has been down low. He wants that mismatch opportunity, just hasn't been able to get it so far. And now we have Merrick Small looking in the eyes of Caleb Jenkins. Itor with a nice drive to the basket. He can't get that one to fall. Has an easy layup, can't get it to go. Merrick Small gets called for the foul. It'll be IUN's basketball. Just an easy layup that Itor just completely missed on. Happens to the best of us for sure. Now Trace Williams rolls this ball over to Trey Steinelber. Game tied. IUN looking to take their first lead in about 27 minutes. Here goes Steinelber. Goes up for the layup. He gets fouled. That will go on Delshawn Sims. And that was great. That was a great move to find some separation, Trey Steinelber did. And as soon as he got to the baseline, he saw that he had his opponent beat, Delshawn Sims. All Delshawn Sims could do was foul in that situation. 56-56, 6:30 left to go in this game as the first free throw is up and in for Trey Steinelber. 2 for 3 on the game for Trey. 5 points so far, could make it number 6. As his shot is up and can't get that one to go. 57-56 is your score. Sims over to Itor, who's having a much better second half than he did the first. Nunnally has the ball, whipping the ball over to Small. Small goes over to Etor. Etor takes advantage of an injured Max Adebaker. Missed the what happened there, but Max Adebaker looks like he's in serious pain there. Doesn't know what's going on with him right there. Might get checked out after a while. As you can see right there, Danny Smith getting ready to come in. Max Adebaker is pointing down low. He's getting ready for the shot, but you can tell he doesn't want it there. Trey Steinelber, however, drives to the basket for the nice and smooth layup there. 59-58, your score. And now seeing it right there, you would think Ramel Davis is going to take advantage of that opportunity right there. Won't be the case here as Delshawn Sims was over to Nunnally. Nunnally had an open three, decides to look past it. Merrick Small drives to the basket. Just a matchup that he has been absolutely eating on. A really good finish, and he will go to the line for one more. He is riled up. He is in Merrick Small. 7 for 12 here in this game. 2 for 4 from the free throw line. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 16 points on the game for him. Could make this 17 with the free throw here. And that one's up and in for him. 17 points. He makes this a 61-59 game with 5:21 left to go. We talked about the women's basketball game being insanely close and exciting. Nothing changed about the men's basketball game here. Thank you for tuning in to Jed TV as well. Trace Williams has the ball at the wing. It fakes the pass over to Danny Smith, tries to drive to the basket. That shot is way off. Danny Smith gets the rebound. He gets the easy layup to fall. This game is tied with under 5 minutes to go here. IUN has answered nicely to St. Francis' ability to commit, to draw that many turnovers from Indiana University in that first half. IUN limiting the turnovers, have done everything right on this offensive side. Merrick Small drives to the basket. He whips over to Nunnally. Nunnally's three is up and is blocked from Trace Williams. And now Danny Smith has to bring the ball up. We all stop waiting for the ref to blow the whistle. He does it. Anthony Taylor tries to drive to the basket. The ball gets absolutely smacked. However, it'll be a foul call on Itor. Now, St. Francis wanted that traveling violation. They wanted that traveling call. Don't get it. However, Itor Really, really frustrated with that foul call, just as well as Coach Marks as well. We've been hearing him and trying to figure out what can IUN do to slow him down, to shut him down. And just looking at it right now, just seeing Caleb Jenkins and how he's played defense on Merrick Small, looks like you got to bring another guy in there. Looks like you need some extra help down low there. As Trace Williams' first free throw shot is up and in. That is his 20th point on the game. 9 of 17 shooting for today. Also his first free throws attempted. As the second one is up, and that one falls for him. 21 points here for the game, and what is, again, an impressive outing for Trace Williams. Now here goes Delshawn Sims, trying to push the momentum on back to their side. Sims over to Itor. Itor trying to find Small. Small trying to figure out what to do here with the basket. Hook shot is up and in. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's what they're going to continue to do, is find Merrick Small until you're going to get another body on that man. He's going to continue to take advantage of those mismatch opportunities. So here goes Anthony Taylor. Anthony Taylor to Jenkins. Jenkins to Steinelber. Steinelber to Danny Smith. Danny Smith trying to drive to the basket. Shot is up. Rolls in and out. Can't get that one to fall. We are still tied at 63 with 3:40 left to go in this game here. Delshawn Sims slowing the ball, slowing the pace down for St. Francis. Even in the last possession, didn't really rush the basketball at all, didn't really rush their shot attempt. They just waited to give the ball to Merrick Small and wait for him to work his magic. Now here goes Delshawn Sims. Almost got double teamed there, passed the ball away to Small. Small down low. His layup is up. He can't get that one to fall. Nice rebound there from Caleb Jenkins. Steinelber to Trace Williams. Trace Williams was going to be a full head of steam. Pass it to Steinelber. The three is up. He can't get that one to fall. Doesn't find rim. But Danny Smith is able to get the rebound and bring that ball up and in. 3 minutes left to go. 65-63 is your score. IUN has the lead. Delshawn Sims at the logo. Has Itor. Itor usually would be the guy that would go through and drive to the basket or find his shot. Hasn't done a whole lot of that in this game. Delshawn Sims takes the three, and his three is up and in. That one is good to go for Delshawn Sims. 1 for 4 in this game now, 2 for 5 with 5 points in here. 66-65 is your score. 2:20 left to go in this second half. Danny Smith trying to break down this defender. The shot is up and in. Too easy for Danny Smith. 67-66 is your score. Danny Smith sitting solid. 4 of 9 shooting, 10 points for him in the game. 8 rebounds as well. Almost looking into a double-double. Now here goes Itor. Itor looking to find Delshawn Sims. That ball almost intercepted. Ramel Davis, trying to navigate traffic while also trying to figure out what he wants to do with the basketball. The ball gets stolen. Steinelber gets called for the foul. Ramel Davis gets hot with the call. However, we have footage. We have footage of what you just did right there. 67-66 is the score. 1:45 left to go in this tough matchup. You got to take advantage of every possession you got. And that's exactly what both teams have done so far. Don Jokum has come in the game for Ramel Davis. Ladarian Barnes steps in for Steinelber as well. And there goes Trace Williams. Trace Williams has a pick on both sides. He's trying to figure out which one to use. Can't pass the ball over to Caleb Jenkins. Jenkins over to Taylor. Taylor has the ball at the wing. Pass the ball down low in the post to Jenkins. Jenkins with the jump shot. That's up and in. Too easy. You're going to give it to him. He's going to take that every time. 69-66 is your score. Coach Marks calls a timeout. He is fuming at the referee. And there's so much he could get into, but we are going to hold off on it right now. 69-66 is your score. 1:23 left to go in this second half. You're watching Red Hawk basketball here on Jet TV. They've been looking a little sluggish in the last minute and a half. Let's see what they can do with 1:23 left to go in this game. Delshawn Sims has the ball at the wing, trying to figure out what to do with it, being guarded by Anthony Taylor. Now Ladarian Barnes, Ramel Davis whips over to Sims. Sims to Nunnally. Nunnally to Small drives to the basket. And it looks like that'll be a foul call on Caleb Jenkins. Looks like he had him by the waist a little bit. It looked like they got interlocked as Merrick Small was driving to the basket. Merrick Small will go to the line for 2. He can have 20 points with 1 free throw. As the first one goes up, and that one is up and in for him. 20 points, 8 for 14 from the field, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. It's just been absolutely electric. IUN hasn't had a single answer for him at all, as he's just been having his way in this game, as he misses that second free throw. And still, this is a 2-point game with a little under a minute to go. It is crunch time, ladies and gentlemen. Trace Williams has the ball at the logo. He whips the ball over to Anthony Taylor. Taylor whips over to Williams. Williams to Barnes. Barnes to Smith. They're just passing it around the horn. Danny Smith trying to get to the layup, and he does. He gets the buckets to go up and in. 71-67 your score with 40 seconds left to go. That is point number 14 for him. Now here goes Delshawn Sims. 30 seconds left to go in this game. You need 4 points to tie this game up if you're St. Francis. Here goes the 3 from Delshawn Sims. That shot is up. He can't get that one to fall. Danny Smith has the ball. He passes it to Trace Williams. Now, IUN is just looking to slow things down here. Danny Smith gets fouled by Etor, and now he'll go to the line. Really, really smart play from IUN. They weren't looking to rush the ball at all. They weren't looking to bring the ball up court as fast as they possibly could. No, let's wound the clock down. Let's take our slow time in this one, and let's seal the deal. However, 15 seconds left. I know I gave the IUN's women's basketball team a little bit of hope with 2 seconds left that they were going to pull this thing off, but when you were down by a whole lot, it's a little difficult. Right now here, St. Francis has a really good opportunity to still come away and tie this game up. Danny Smith's first free throw is up and in. Still a 2-possession game. That is point number 15 for Danny Smith. 15 points, 9 rebounds in the game for him. Ramel Davis has subbed out, as well as Merrick Small. It looks like they're playing small ball here. St. Francis, Itor being the tallest individual for St. Francis. And I'm assuming they're just going for the best three-point shooters that they have on their team. And, of course, when it's crunch time, that's what you have to do at this point. 73-67 your score. You're down 6. You got to hurry up and get a shot off if you're St. Francis, and you have to nail the three-pointer. Here goes the shot from Diego. That shot is up, and that one falls. It is now a 3-point game here. 73-70 is your score. We're going to leave it here as there's 8 seconds left to go in this game. There's a whole lot you have to do right here if you're St. Francis. Number one, you have to foul the right person. And that's actually a great question. Who is the right person to foul in this situation? It makes it a 2-possession game at least. Makes it a whole lot harder for you with 8 seconds left. So let's see what they do. Danny Smith is able to get the ball. Doesn't get fouled, but they foul Ladarian Barnes. Ladarian Barnes gets fouled. They have 5 seconds left to go here. Ladarian Barnes, for the sake of St. Francis, has to miss 2. For the sake of IUN and to bring these folks home happy, you can ice it off with these 2 free throws here. 2 free throws and great defense is what we're looking for Indiana University Northwest. For St. Francis, a really, really tough, hard-nosed, hard-hitting game from both parties. St. Francis, however, with 5 minutes left to go in this game, just took their foot off the gas. Wow, IUN did everything in their power to attack the basket, to stay at the free throw line, to draw all the fouls to get them to the free throw line, to be able to intercept the passes in the passing lane, to pickpocket the players of St. Francis. We're seeing just great work all around from IUN, and that's what sealed the deal for them if they can hit these 2 free throws here. Ladarian Barnes at the line right here. 4 points on him. 4 points for him today. It looks like we have a lane violation here. And it looks like this is going to work in St. Francis' favor have a lane violation. Now with 5 seconds left, it looks like St. Francis is going to look to do some insane damage here. That's what's scary, and that's what's going to be costly here at this time for Indiana University Northwest. So just looking back at this whole thing and seeing how this is faring for St. Francis, you have to give it to your best three-point shooter here. And now the three-point game hasn't really been in either team's favor, with St. Francis shooting 35%, 5 for 14. Not too shabby, while Indiana University Northwest, 5 of 20, shooting 25%. St. Francis has to get the ball in the hands of their best three-point shooter. And right now, looking at it here, you got to hope that Itor can find that open shot here. Because not only is Itor taller than a whole lot of everybody here that's on the floor, and as I just completely eat my words, Itor takes a seat there on the bench. He will be in the game. You have Shear that is stepping in for Itor. And you seen the first person that they gave the ball to was Nick Niego. Nick Niego, of course, is also going to be the man that's going to look to have the ball in his hands and take that really, really tough clutch shot here. IUN has to play some tough defense here if they want to walk away with the win. Sean Richardson brings the ball up. 3 seconds left. He throws a Hail Mary up on the air balls. So close, but yet so far. And it looks like St. Francis will be going home, unfortunately, with the loss. 73-70 is your score. IUN played a tough battle here, and it looks like we might have a little bit of time left on the clock. So we got to bring the players back on here. Game isn't over yet, even though we heard the buzzer beep. We still got a tenth of a second left. Let's just see what we can do with this here. And that's game. that's what we could do with that. And that is game here. 73-70 was your score. IUN played an impressive game. St. Francis played an amazing game as well. As I mentioned before, just took their foot off the gas in the tail end of this game.